Hello everyone, Sigs here, and welcome back to Raft. We're picking up where we left off last time, as always. We finished Balboa Island, and then we set sail and found our first trading post island. Started doing some trading and working on getting our reputation up. And we stopped off at a few small islands, gathered some resources, namely metal, which we need a lot of to finish armoring the outside edge of the raft. And we moved our catch net setup up here, so we do want to finish making our catch net setup all the way along this outside edge as well as one of these side edges, and then we need to fill in all of this open space so that once we armor the outside edge, it's totally safe from shark attacks. As it stands, even if we armor that outside edge, the shark here will still be able to bite these inside tiles. So basically we're going to keep doing that for now. So this might not be the most exciting section, but we're going to set sail. Let's do that now. And we'll collect items in these catch nets as we drift forward. And we're just going to keep building out the raft here. We got quite a few projects to work on, which might be kind of fun. Just to, keep expanding the raft, moving stuff around, creating some more efficient setups here. And then eventually we want to get to this story island. So as it stands, it's been drifting away from us, or we've been drifting away from it. And once we get far enough away from it, it should respawn somewhere else up here, which is the direction we're heading. And then we can kind of turn and start sailing towards it. But as it stands, I wanted to get all this other stuff worked out first. Mainly because I'm trying to get a good biofuel setup going to power the engines. Because, wherever the story island spawns, I'm probably going to need the engines to get to it. And that's going to take a lot of fuel. So I could use planks to fuel them, but I need the planks to finish building out the raft here. So I'd much rather use biofuel. But I need a good biofuel setup to do that. So we are drifting, as you can see. There are two small islands here. There's one over there and one right there, which we could potentially go to and harvest the metal, which is not a bad idea. But when I turn the raft, it's going to force all these items to respawn on the horizon, and I'm not going to get any of the ones that have already spawned in. So I'm just going to keep going in a straight line. I'll pretty much only stop at islands if they come up like right next to me, or if it's a trading post island, I'll go out of my way for it. I believe these green dots are the trading post islands, but that one over here is pretty far away, so I'm not going to go out of my way for that. So we're just going to be drifting along here, gathering stuff as we go, and kind of working on some stuff on the raft. So first of all, I want to shear all of these llamas. I want to keep stockpiling the wool, and then use the wool to get trash cubes, which we're going to need to trade at the trading posts in order to get all the stuff from there. There's quite a few useful things from the trading posts. The main thing I really want, though, is the Advanced Scarecrows, which I can't get until I get to rank 3, which is the highest rank, which is going to require a lot of trading and a lot of fishing to get the fish to trade in for more reputation. But those are going to, speaking of which, those are going to allow me to protect anything that I plant, so I won't have to worry about these flowers getting consistently eaten by seagulls, which means my honey setup can be as efficient as possible to use the honey to make biofuel. And then I can also start get that egg real quick. I can also start planting the watermelons and that kind of stuff because I need a good amount of fruit to make the biofuel as well. So we need the scarecrow to protect the flowers as well as to protect the watermelons and other stuff that we're going to grow. So I need metal. Keep the metal cooking. Fill these up with planks. Need lots and lots of metal to armor out the raft so that the shark isn't destroying all of our hard work. Let's go empty out the nets and see where we're at. I need mostly plastic as well as planks so that I can finish building in the raft. Grab that one, empty out the rest. Now these hold up to 10 items, so I do need to keep emptying them. Otherwise, if they're full, they won't pick up items. Like that one there was full, so that item, I believe, just went right through. And now, one other important thing that I noticed, so the raft needs to be basically 28 squares wide, foundations wide, to be able to catch every single item that spawns in from the item stream. And then I'm also going to do like an L shape, like do another row that way, so that no matter which way the raft is going, even diagonally, if I make it 28 by 28, it'll collect every single item that spawns in. So I did notice, for some reason, this is not as wide as it should be, so I missed some tiles somewhere, so I'm going to need to do some counting here real quick. So these 4 tiles here, it's 4 red tiles. I'm going to quickly eat. I'll learn this deco package as well. So we learned how to make a cupboard. I'm just going to eat, so I don't have to worry about my hunger or my thirst for a little while. And then these middle tiles here that I painted red, those are the 4 original tiles, the original 2x2 that the raft started out as. Looks like the shark's been doing some stuff back here, so I'm going to fill that in, make sure it doesn't get to the engines. And then I needed to go out, you know, basically 13 squares from each of these to get the 14 by 14. So I'm going to count and see where I'm missing a tile. So this is 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's right. So then I guess it's this other side that must be missing one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. So, oof. So this side ended up being 1 short, probably due to shark attacks and me not noticing. Unfortunately, I already built this whole entire row, so I'm going to have to build an extra row, which is fine. We wanted to fill all that in eventually anyway. It's just a shame that I didn't notice sooner. I could have saved myself from having to build out that whole row just yet and could have spent that resources filling in the gap instead of building all that extra stuff out the back. But anyway, let's do that. And then it is going to eventually go all the way down this way too. Let's see how much plastic I have saved up. I think it's not a lot. Yeah, it's not a lot. Seagull is messing up our flowers again, making it take a lot longer to get honey. Speaking of which, I should get some biofuel going. So eggs are actually going to be a very good source of filling the biofuel refiners. So different items have, like, give different amounts, different values to the biofuel refiner. Some items are better than others. Eggs are about 3.3 eggs per biofuel, so they're actually pretty handy for filling these up. The watermelons are really good too, just because each watermelon has 2 charges, so they end up being really good. So let's make sure we have all of our honey in there. Basically takes 1 honey and then like 200 points worth of food items in order to fill this up. So it can hold up to 402 honey, so it can take 2, it can make 2 biofuel every 3.5 minutes essentially. So keep those filled up. I can make more honey later if I need to with that honeycomb that I've saved up. And then I'm kind of hoping we come to a trading post island soon, or at least some kind of large island. Now, it looks like the story island has respawned over there, and it looks like there is a trading post island on the way as well. So I think I'm going to actually turn the raft now, and we'll start heading over that way. Looks like there's a little chest over there I can grab too. Oop, shark. He might get that tie. Oh, stopped him just in time. Repair that one. So let's turn the raft, I guess now. It's as good a time as any, so we're going to miss out on all of these items that have just spawned in. But we should be able to grab that chest there, which could have some good stuff like metal and hinges and bolts and other things. That will save me from having to gather quite so much metal. And then we're lined up pretty straight now with the story island. We're not going totally against the tide. Originally I was sailing like into the tide just to go as quickly as possible. Now we're going not quite perpendicular to it, but we should still be able to move along fine with just the sail. Okay, it's not the best, but we got a metal out of it, so that's cool. So we're gonna have to wait for it to sink before we can actually pass by. And I'm gonna hope that doesn't cause us to turn. Alright, looks like we're good. Let me just check our orientation here. Grab this plastic. I definitely want to save some plastic in case I need it for crafting. Oh yeah, we turned, so I'm gonna go back this way. That could be due a little bit to the way that the tide is going as well. So now we're lined up perfectly. Again, the tide is, the wind, the tide, whatever it is pushing us that way, but the sail is going to push us against it like that, so hopefully that gets us to where we need to go without having to use the engines, because we don't have a ton of biofuel, and we want to save it for later when we really need it. So let's keep building over here. Just going to finish this line. And then you know what I should do so I don't run into the same issue? I'm just going to double count the other two directions as well, make sure that they're 14, so a little bit easier to see during the day here. So that's 1, and 2, hear the seagull killing my flowers though, there we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, so this is good. And then let me just check that front, and I really hope I'm not wrong on the front, because if I am, I need to replace all those catch nets and re-armor them, which would really stink. So if we start, a little hard to see with all this stuff placed down, but that's 1, 2, 3. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus the catch net row itself. So okay, that's all good. That's the ultimate size that the raft is going to be. It used to have to be larger to catch every item. I think they reduced the size of the flotsam stream, the stream of items, so it only has to be 28 wide now. So this will be the size of the raft. If I need to make it bigger for any reason, I can always make it bigger than that, but this is the minimum size that it needs to be, so I'm going to start with this. And that should give me a lot of extra space to play around with as well. So let's keep these refiners, biofuel refiners, just topped up. Make sure they're cooking biofuel for us, refining biofuel for us. Looks like our honey is ready as well. I want to keep stockpiling that so that we have honey to fill the biofuel refiners with as needed. As it stands with these catch nets, you know, they're placed every other one, and they get most of the items like that. Items, even if they come in, you know, like here, let's say, they'll snap over. It's only if they go, like, directly through the middle that they'll end up getting missed. So I get most of the items. I'm going to eventually, for sure, fill in every single row just so that I get every single item. Like, you see how that one was kind of coming through the middle, but it still ended up getting picked up. So they're pretty efficient, but they're not 100% efficient. So at some point I'm going to want to fill in the gaps. I'm wondering if it's worth doing that now. Let me see. It takes planks, rope, and nails. I have a ridiculous amount of ropes. Let's see how we are on planks. We have a good amount. We can probably afford to make a few more catch nets. The thing is, I also need to armor them once I place them down. I have all these palm leaves just in my inventory alone, let alone the fact that I basically have like 2 chests full, so let's turn all this into rope. And then the nails come from scrap, which I have not as much of as I would like, but I have a decent amount. So let's just see what would this do. This would do 1, 3, 4, 5. Screw it. Need more rope actually, which is not a problem because I have so many palm leaves. I have an entire chest of just palm leaves right there. I already have a good stockpile of rope too, but might as well save some inventory space like that. Okay, I mean that's 10 more catch nets. So this isn't like an incredibly efficient use of resources because these extra ones that go in between aren't gonna gather as many necessarily, but it will prevent any from slipping through the gaps, so it will be gathering more. And then I need nails and metal to fortify them all so the shark doesn't bite them and destroy them. You know, I can almost finish out this whole line. I think I'm just going to do that, and then the goal is going to be to try to keep the raft always pointed straight towards the jet stream, the flotsam, whatever item stream, until I can finish out that side row. So I definitely need metal for other things too, but I might as well just finish this now because long term it's going to pay off with the extra items that it picks up. So let's do that. Whoops. Make all this in a rope. All of the palm leaves go in a rope. Then need 5 more. Probably should have counted because that might have been too many, but let's take that out. That can go away. So, did I... Oh, thirsty. Gonna drink. It doesn't matter which way the net is facing, it's purely cosmetic. I just want them to all be facing the same way at least, so... Let's re-armor the ones we just put down. That should be all of these, all filled in and all armored. Yeah. These other ones that I put down, I forgot to orient them, so now the net is going backwards, which again, doesn't matter for its effectiveness, it's purely cosmetic, but it's gonna bother me. So, some point later in the game, when I have enough extra resources, I'll probably reposition those just to make them look a little nicer, but nice thing about having this whole row too is I can just walk straight across like this instead of before I was having to, like, you know, do this and look sideways to pick them up. But so that works out, and then we can also get the start of this row here. Then eventually that whole row is going to be done, and as long as I keep the raft pointed directly into the item stream, then it shouldn't matter. But whenever I start drifting at an angle, like I think we are right now, then some of them are going to miss, and that's where I need this extra row. But this should be gathering quite a lot now. Let's keep filling in this area. The sooner I can fill in these 2 areas, then the sooner I don't have to worry about the shark destroying anything on that edge. So, looks like we got a little island coming up here. Yeah, we've slowly been getting pushed a little bit over. We're not directly lined up straight with where that story island was, but we're coming over to this island. This looks like a caravan island, which is a unique kind of island that could have some cool stuff on it. So I think what we'll do is we'll just keep drifting forward and see if we can stay in this direction to keep these items coming at us, and then once we get like up next to it, I can just take a little swim over. So we're not moving very quickly, so we'll just slowly drift up to where we need to be. And in the meantime, let's just do a little bit of housekeeping here. Let's water all of our grass. We do want the eggs, so more chickens are good, because the eggs are excellent for feeding, I was going to say feeding and filling at the same time, for filling up / feeding the biofuel refiner. So that's good. The milk I can get from these guys is also pretty good for filling up the biofuel refiner, but it takes a bucket every time and you don't get the bucket back. So Makes it a little resource inefficient. What the milk is really, really good for, though, is some of the late game crafting recipes. You can make food that increases your hunger bar like beyond the normal maximum, so it's really good for if you're going on like long excursions or something, to have that bar extra full, so you don't have to stop for food as frequently. So I definitely want to start stocking up on buckets of milk at some point, so that when I'm ready to do all that cooking, I have everything that I need. But I don't even have the cooking station yet. Alright, looks like I kind of overshot here. I'll quickly just grab these 2 raw drumsticks. I didn't come as close to that island as I thought I would, so I'm not going to go for a swim. I'm going to have to, I believe, turn my engines on to get there, which is fine. They're full on fuel, I think. The last time I left them, yeah, they're pretty full on fuel. Uh-oh. So we have a problem. I'll drop the anchor real quick. The problem is, since I added more foundations, the engines now cannot push the raft. So I'm going to need to make another engine just to be able to get over there. The sail isn't going to do it, even if I turn, because the wind is going literally the opposite direction, and the sail I don't think is powerful enough to push against the tide on its own. So let's see what we need for another engine here. That's what we need. Alright, so definitely need a circuit board, which takes vine goo, 2 copper ingot, and plastic. So a vine goo, 2 copper ingots, and the plastic that I have in here will be enough to make the circuit board. And then the engine, 5 rope and 5 metal ingots, which, oof, good thing I've been cooking metal. It's also why I want to keep stopping off on these islands, because I just need so much metal going forward. So we only have one ingot left. We'll take the rope, take just enough, and then planks, and there we go. We got a whole other engine now, so I think I can actually just put this one... This is all going to get moved eventually, so I know it's not like it doesn't really make sense. It's not a very efficient, pretty looking setup or anything, but... it does work. So I'm going to quickly go empty these out, see if I can get enough plastic to not armor, but put foundations around that outside edge. And also I got quite a few items in that catch net, so that is, a good indication that it is worth putting all the catch nets along that side as well. Look at all these items. Yeah, this is really slowed down the progression. At the start of the game, working on this, and even now, I have like a couple sections in the middle of this playthrough where I'm not even really doing anything fun or exciting, but by investing in all this, it's going to really pay off in the long term. You see how many items I get in them, so they really pay for themselves before long. Learn this deco package, we learn a painting, and then I did not end up with a lot of plastic from that, but I think we got enough, yeah, just about enough to at least... armor out this. By armor, I mean, like, since they're foundations, when the shark comes into attack, he'll have to attack these first before he can attack any of the tiles that the actual engine is sitting on, because if he were to attack one of those tiles and destroy it, then the engine would get destroyed, and that would be a lot of resources to have to remake it. So I'm just going to fill this with planks. If I use a biofuel, it actually overfills. One biofuel fills more than 1 tank's worth. That's why you need these biofuel tanks that you can fill up. These can hold a lot more, and then you make pipes, and they just pipe in just the amount that the engines need to operate in that moment. But it would be a waste to put biofuel directly into the engine at this point. I'm just going to make one more foundation back here, because it's going to bother me. There's like one little open square. And then we can turn our engines on, and hopefully that's enough. It's basically each engine powers 100 foundations. So As you build more foundations, you need more engines, and that caps out at 6 engines. Once you have 6 engines, you can build a raft of any size, and it'll be enough. No, you don't, Mr. Shark. I heard you that time. I was going to get it anyways, and that one was close, 10%. So let's repair that one. But for now, 4 engines is fine. We'll make 2 more eventually, so that we have like maximum movement speed regardless of the raft size as we go here. These guys ate all their grass, so I'll need to re-water it as we get a little bit closer to this island. I need to clear out my inventory real quick before we go exploring as well. And I do see a trading post on this island, which is awesome. So we can finally do a little more trading, spend some of the trash cubes that we've been accumulating. And what was it? This one needs water as well. I'll need to make sure to get my hunger topped up as well before I go in here. Trying to do all this quickly so that I don't run aground. Let's turn in a little more. Again, where all those items just respawn when I change direction once, and now I change direction again before they even get to me. So kind of a waste. That's why I don't like to change direction very often, at least while I'm in the, collecting item mode. And then we have not quite enough wool for another 8 trash cubes, but we could probably fill it up with other junk. But I need 2 new batteries in order to power these, because it looks like they're totally empty. So let me see what that would take, and then maybe we can let those run while we're exploring the island. Get a little closer. Again, see all the items that spawned in, and then we change direction, so we end up not even picking them up. But yeah, we'll come up along the side right there, and then we'll be close enough. So yeah, good enough. I don't mind going for a little bit of a swim. Drop our anchor, turn our engines off quickly so that we're not burning fuel. Okay. So let's just quickly make 2 batteries and get those running. Let me see what I need to make the battery. I need, oh no, plastic, which I don't know that I really have any of. Oh, I have just enough for 2 batteries, basically, so that's pretty lucky. Let's do 2 copper scrap I have in here. I'm going to stop and look for, like, a reef on this island, too, because I need a lot of scrap and a lot of metal, so... and what I'm thinking, too, for quite a while I've needed more storage. So I have my 1 metal ingot. That's all I have left. We're going to take it, and we're going to make a storage with it. I'm going to need to make a couple other storages in other places as well. I'm starting to kind of run out of some resources, but you know what, why don't we put this like, it'll fit here. Yeah, right about there. And then what we can do in that one, put new batteries in. Looks like I already had these partially filled as well, so we should actually be able to get quite a few trash cubes from this. I'm saving these batteries because eventually you can make a battery recharger. And... is there just a seagull there? I guess I just missed him. And recharge these batteries and reuse them, so I'm going to hold on to them considering the amount of resources it takes to make them. So we'll save these until later, and then we'll use this chest for like all of our kind of trading stuff. And then I do want another chest down there for like bee related materials, like the honeycomb and the honey jars and all that kind of stuff, but don't really have the extra resources for it at the moment, I don't think. I guess I do. I guess they don't take plastic. That's really the thing I'm lacking in right now, but that's all fine to stay in there for now. I should have checked on my biofuel a while ago, because it's not going to make more until I pick up the old one, but keep stockpiling the biofuel. Gonna need to cook some more food just to stay on top of that. Fill this up, empty out our inventory here. Leaves, stone, and scrap, and a metal ingot, and then 2 honey can just go in here. Looks like the llamas are ready for another shear. goes our shears. So again, we need more metal so that we can make shears, so that we can get more wool, so that we can turn the wool into trash cubes. So let's fill these up entirely. May have overcapped a little bit by using the wool. I prefer to put the wool in when they're totally empty, because then it takes exactly 8 wool. But those are going to go for a while. I'm going to take the trading cubes with me here. I'll take the trading coins as well. So let's go hit up that trading post. We'll also clear out the island of resources, and then we'll do reefs after. So here we go. Let's take a peek at this island. The one thing I forgot, of course, immediately, is my sweep net. I realized as I was swimming ashore there. So the sweep net, you need to catch the bees, and the bees you need to make the beehives. So, and the beehives you need for honey, and you need the honey to make biofuel. So basically, bees equal biofuel. So whenever I encounter any opportunity to get bees, I need to get them. I think I'm going to end up with, you can make a structure of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I believe. A total of 10 beehives, if I'm thinking about that right. Maybe it's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, well, whatever it is. It's either 8 or 10 beehives around that many flowers to get like an optimal layout. They produce more honey, or produce honey more quickly, based on how many flowers are near them. So I want to keep gathering bees until I have enough to make either 8 or 10 beehives, and at that point I think I'll be fine. I mean, more is always better, but I'll hit a point where I can generate biofuel as quickly as I can spend it, consume it. So once I hit that point, I'll be okay. Okay, so we got the bees. That's good. Looks like we got just some free resources sitting around here. That's cool. I got a whole scrap hook out of that. There's also a boar or something. Some very angry pig. Ooh. Broke my spear. Good thing I made another. Whoa, 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 whoa. This guy seems more aggressive than those other boars on that other island. Thankfully, he doesn't do a lot of damage because of my armor, but ooh, unfortunately, it's destroying my armor. It's taking durability every time I get hit. Okay, I got him. Seems like he doesn't just charge in a straight line. He, like, will wiggle after. Also seems like he doesn't drop meat, which kind of sucks. There is a chicken, which may be worth grabbing. I only have 1 net canister left, so I can only potentially grab 1 more animal. A llama would be more efficient to keep making trash cubes, but again, those eggs are useful for making biofuel, so I may just grab him. I'll be able to make more net canisters once I get to the next story island. There's going to be a bunch of pufferfish, which is what you need to kill in order to get the explosive goo to make the explosive powder to make the net canisters, so I'll be able to get more relatively soon. So I might just want to grab this since it's here. But that looks like mostly everything that was on this island that I've cleared out. No trees that I can cut outright, I don't think. I got bees. We got some good resources. So let's look into the... Oh, here's a tree I can cut. And we get some fruit from it as well, which is also good for the biofuel. And then let's take a look at the trading post. So the main thing we need to do is we need to buy all of this bait so that we can fish. And then we will sell the fish to get reputation to unlock the higher tiers. So what I am going to do is I'm going to do all 20 of those fishing bait here and sell them before I leave. And that should unlock tier 2 and then allow me to buy the tier 2 bait from here as well. So that hopefully we can get to tier 3 maybe at the next island, and then we can get our scarecrows. But we'll do that, and then, you know, I do need these trash cubes for other things. Like it takes 8 of them per scarecrow. So I'll need a lot of them, you know, and titanium and like buying this other stuff takes a lot. But I think I will just dump some into plastic just because of how much I need. I don't need that. Don't need 1 nail either, I suppose. But I think I'll just buy the plastic because it's 60 plastic for 3 cubes. It's not a bad deal, and I need it to build out the raft. And then This stuff I'll get later. It's just kind of fun cosmetic items. These recipes I don't need. I can make them without the recipe. The recipe just tells me how to make it, but so does the internet, so I don't really need them. The planks are kind of a waste. I get so many planks in the catch nets. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to, so I can pick up one of these items. I'll take the vegetable soup recipe, just because at some point you can pin these recipes up on the wall, and they just look cool. So when I make a cooking station, I want one of each of the recipes up just because it looks cool. So let's head back here. I'm not seeing a reef down here. Maybe there's one on the other side. I'm not sure. We will take a peek before we leave. The shark is probably going to attack soon. I hear him somewhere. Yeah, all the way in the back. Hey, we got him. And we finished him off, so get some items out of it. We get some food. I need to clear up an inventory slot to loot him. So let's make some more foundations. Like so. That clears up 2 inventory slots so we can get his shark steaks, which are an excellent source of food. We also get a shark head, which I think you can make like a shark head soup or something with it. It's also really good for filling the biofuel refiner. Otherwise, they're just trophies that you can put on your walls, which is kind of cool too. Alright, I need to cook this metal real quick, because it looks like the llamas are ready for a shear. And I think the shears are about to break, so 1, 2, 3, yep, just enough to finish shearing them. We'll need to water the crops, grab the egg, grab the honey, because that's ready as well. Need to refill on water. I need to water myself, so to speak. And fill that up. Good, good. I think that was it. Yep. Water these so we keep getting eggs. Get these shark steaks cooking. And we will eat the drumsticks. Now it takes 15 bees to make a beehive, so I have just enough actually to make one more. Let me just see what that would take. Clay hinge and plank. So thankfully we have 2 extra hinges. I know we have some clay. And then planks. There we go. It took a lot of planks, but so now we're up to 4 beehives. And I believe we do 3 additional beehives along this way and on the other side, and then that's like our most efficient layout. And all that's going to get moved somewhere else later, but for now it's good where it is because it's safe and it's enough out of the way. Where are all my watermelon seeds go? I think didn't I make a seed chest somewhere? Yeah, okay, there we go. That can go in there. Alright, so I have a decent amount of plastic now from the trading there, which is awesome. I don't have enough planks though, but once I can get some more planks, I'll keep filling this in. I do want to do this fishing though, so I need a fishing rod. I know I have one in here, but it's about to break, so I'm going to want to make an additional one right in here. So I have bolts and I have rope. I just need 3 scrap. And there we go. Yeah, and then I'm going to burn through all 20 of this bait here because I want the fish from using the bait to trade back to the trading post there for trading coins and reputation. And then I'm hoping I can unlock reputation level 2 from doing this. And then I'll also be able to buy the reputation level 2 stuff before we leave. Because each trading post has a limited number of trades that you can do at that trading post. So I don't want to leave and miss out on some potential trades that I could otherwise do. So I'm just going to burn through all this bait. It's going to take a while. It's going to be kind of boring. It's also could be kind of chill, you know, but we'll take a break every now and then to go like harvest the animals and restock whatever is cooking over there. Speaking of which, I should go check that biofuel real quick. Otherwise, we'll just burn through all of this fishing bait real quick. So let me just restock these so that they're cooking while I'm just otherwise sitting here fishing. So we need... Oh God, I hear that seagull. He's destroying my flowers. Son of a gun. I think I am going to need to... Yeah, I only have 2 honey. I'm going to need at least 4 to fill these up, so I might as well just make some more now. Takes the honeycomb and then glass, which I have a good amount of stockpiled, so... There we go. Let's do... honey in... And then I need to put some kind of food in. So watermelons are a good choice, and I guess I could just burn through those papayas as well. Put our cooked food away. So let's see. Yeah, you can see how quickly the watermelons fill those up. Is that 5 watermelons compared to however many mangoes that was? 11 mangoes. So the watermelons are probably the most efficient way to fill those up. That's why I want to eventually make some crop plots with those watermelon seeds. Start planting. Got some more trash cubes here, which is good. Those guys are going to eat that grass and then regrow their fur soon, their wool soon, but just get back to fishing here. I got to burn through these 17 baits, so... Fishing rod breaks, but we did have another, so make sure we have our bait equipped to keep fishing. So the sun is starting to set, which will make it a little hard to explore any potential reef here, so I want the sun to be back up when we go to do that. So we'll just work on some other stuff in the meantime. Keep an eye on our biofuel. Pretty low on planks, but I should probably have something smelting while I'm just standing here, so... I know I'm going to need copper eventually for more stuff, and I have a decent amount of copper ore here, so why don't we at least get some copper smelting. Oops, took the wrong stack. So we'll do that. I know we don't have a lot of planks either, but let's load these up. We'll get more planks as soon as we get back out on the open water. I guess I have a lot of meat too, so I might as well be cooking that. So I should be cooking that and the copper as I'm fishing. And then we'll wait for the llama's wool to grow back. Then we'll go shear them. Until then, we'll just keep fishing. Whoops. I do wish there was some way to speed this up, but as it stands, it is what it is. It's just kind of RNG. Sometimes you get one quickly, sometimes it takes longer, but takes what it takes. So, only 7 more to go. Alright, I assume, well, looks like I ran out of planks in there, but the metal and the meat is probably done at this point. Looks like the beehives are ready as well, but just gonna burn through these last 3 baits real quick, and then I'll go restock everything, and then I'll go trade again. Alrighty, there we go. Some very exciting gameplay, I know. But, got what we needed now. We can go trade it. And get back around. I'll have to do something about this at some point, because it is a little... Yeah, it's not the most efficient layout to get in and out, so... Oops, what did I do there? Let's get some more meat cooking. I'll keep those steaks. I'm going to need to eat them at some point. These gosh darn seagulls just messing up my... flowers. Looks like I must be missing a flower, yeah, because I only got 2 honeycombs instead of 3, huh? Wow, that's dumb. Sometimes you get more seeds than what you planted, so like you can get 2 seeds. So I was hoping to just pick one of those up, get 2 seeds, and then replace the missing one, but I got very unlucky and I only got 1 seed from all of those. I could have kept going potentially, but at that point, let me just do that because I have plenty of other seeds. And once those grow, we'll be back to getting 3 honey instead of only 2. Grab our metal, our copper, keep the copper smelting. Just put the rest away for now. Biofuel might be done as well, and there should be enough in there to make another one, so I won't refill it just yet. Let's stash our biofuel. I don't need these flowers. I can just make paint with them, but I don't need that at this point in time. That's just kind of cosmetic late game stuff. I really want to go crazy decorating, so put our sweet net back. Oh yeah, I need shears. But I am out of metal, basically. I think I had 1 ingot left, right? Oh, I did cook some more, so okay. So what do I need to make shears anyway? I need a hinge and 2 scraps. I got scrap in here. You're starting to get a little low on scrap. Let's make 2 shears. Let's put our scrap back. Let's shear these guys real quick. No seagulls. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'll need to water all of the grass. Starting to feel the inefficiency of this layout, so once I can fully expand the raft and have more room to work, then I'll make a more efficient layout for all of this stuff. But there we go. Grab the egg, water the grass. Now that is enough wool to fill these up entirely. So we'll do that again. We'll get more trash cubes going. Take 16 wool, 8 apiece. We already have a good amount of trash cubes, more than we'll need for this trading post, but when we get to other trading posts, we'll need more, so fill that up. And let me just quickly stash the stuff that I don't need to bring with me. I'll keep the fishing rod on because I'm going to need it in a minute, but let me put these shears back, and then on the way back here after the trading, I'm going to see if there's a reef somewhere, and then I can clear that out. So let's head back. Now, if we could not get... Hello? I'm stuck. What the hell? I can't jump. Hello? Oh no. So there is like an unstuck button that will appear at some point. I think if I don't move for long enough, I can't get out. Won't let me jump, and I can't walk up any of these edges. I got unstuck. Yes? Okay, that's a nice feature. That didn't used to be in the game, but definitely something good that they added. I just spotted out of the corner of my eye another fruit tree up here that I missed, so seeing how desperate I am for planks at the moment, and considering that fruit is always needed to keep making our biofuel, I'll grab that. And then let's come over here and do the trading. So, oh, a piece of plastic over there too, a couple of them. So what we do is we sell all of these. We get 10 reputation for each one, and 1 trade coin as well. That got us to tier 2 reputation, and then we need 3,000 to get to tier 3. And they sell for 100 reputation, so it's actually the same amount that I need essentially, because I need 10 times the rep, but they give 10 times the rep. So, but that allows us to buy the advanced fish bait now to get the tier 2 fish. So that should give us 2,000 reps. So not quite enough to get to tier 3, but whenever we encounter the next trading post island, we can get to tier 3. I could also buy some metal here, or explosive goo. But I think I want to hold on to those trash cubes for, like, to make sure I have enough to get the Advanced Scarecrows when I get there. I'm not sure what the difference is with the advanced crop plots. I think they just have a slightly more efficient layout. Let me look it up real quick. Maybe they hold more? So the advanced crop plot... One of the advanced... No, I want an advanced small crop plot. Advanced small crop plot. Let's see. Beets, potato, blah, blah, blah. It can grow 4 crops as opposed to the regular 3, but has a similar footprint. So I can actually get more flowers in that same amount of space to get more honey. So that's actually something I want right now. I will want these other ones eventually, but I don't need them yet. So I'm going to hold on to the trash cubes. I kind of want to just grab some metal because I need so much of it. But I need the trash cubes for other things. Give me 10. That's fine. All right, now let's check out if there's a reef here. I don't think that there is around this kind of island, but... Oh, there is. Okay, cool. So, looking for metal. Sand as well. A little bit of clay wouldn't hurt. The clay is to make the beehives. But again, once I have enough beehives, I won't need to make any more. And then at that point, clay is just going to be for making clay bowls for some of the cooking recipes, which are going to be useful if I do any like late game exploring of big islands. Then it's good to have that high level food on you so that you don't have to return to your raft as frequently. Oh, a little hidden crate. Some good stuff there. I need oxygen before anything else. Let's eat this one shark steak, and I have the one charge of water with me as well. Let's grab the scrap. We're starting to run low on scrap. So I basically want like everything. Copper, I still don't need like a ton of at the moment. Eventually there's going to be like a bunch of advanced electronic type stuff that I can make, like an electric grill and electric, water purifier, battery recharger, and all this kind of stuff, which I think takes copper. Most electronic stuff does. So I will probably want to have a decent stockpile of it, but at the moment I have like enough for my means. So in order to save some time, I'll probably skip over a lot of copper, but metal we can literally not get enough of. And then scrap I need, sand I need to keep making glass so that I can make the honey jars to fill the biofuel refiners. So we always need sand. I think that's it. It's a little reef, but hey, we got some metal out of it. Plus the metal that we bought, which is nice. Doesn't look like there's anything else back here, so let's head back to the raft. We're gonna need to spend this other 20 bait. Another reef over here, actually. Oh, this looks like a good one, too. Awesome. So let's see what we got here. Some more scrap to start. This one goes pretty deep. It might be nice to have some flippers to actually be able to get down and get back up. But I don't have them with me, so I'll just do what we can. I want to get all the scrap. Sand is good. More sand. More sand. Let's go up for air. Doesn't look like there's anything all the way down there. Ah, there's some hidden metal there. More scrap and some clay. So let's go back down. Again, I don't need that much clay, but if it's like right here, I might as well grab it, and then I can skip picking it up later to save time. So I'll grab all this. Looks like it's starting to get a little darker out, makes it hard to see. So let's try to finish up here quickly. That looks like copper over there. I'm not going to grab that, but I will grab this sand. And is that clay, copper? Swimming right by it anyway, so we'll grab one. Looking for scrap or metal. Ooh, hey! That's a puffer fish. That's awesome. That means I can get some more explosive goo to make explosive powder to make another net canister and potentially catch another animal. So I'm gonna go back. I need a bow. Oh, geez. Oh, he's coming right at me. If he gets too close, he will explode. And then I don't get to get his items, so I need to go make a bow real quick so that I can safely defeat him without him exploding. So let's do that real quick. Gonna throw this metal in, get that cooking while we're away. And then what do we need to make a bow? We need vine goo, bolt, rope, and plank. So we have one bolt. We need to cook some more vine goo later, but we do have plenty of seaweed, so we can always cook the seaweed into more vine goo as needed. Need the rope and the planks? Wow, the thing we don't have is the planks. How about that? Need 6 planks. I could do a quick trade up there, but I wonder if there's 6 planks that happen to be in here. Looks like there is. Oh, one short. There we go. There's the last one. Okie doke. And there's a bow. So let's quickly go back while there's still daylight. I guess I'll just grab the honey and the biofuel. How's our inventory looking? That's okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do... the seagull got my flowers. I'm gonna do 2 things at once on this trip, so let me replant these flowers. Looks like it's raining, so I won't have to water them, which is kind of nice. And then let me bring with me... I'm getting distracted by everything. Oh, I missed that guy anyway, so... let me bring with me the launcher and the one canister that I do have. God, and these guys are ready for a shear as well. Oh, there's where my bow went. I knew I had a bow somewhere. I must have accidentally left it in that chest a while ago. Inventory's full, so all the wool goes on the ground. Let's put the shears away. Let's pick the wool up. Wool, carry, drop. Carry, drop, wool. Wool goes away, along with the honey and stuff. If I just quickly go here and click that, and here and click that, and here and click that, that clears up some more inventory space. I have that other bow up there I need to remember. I should use that one first, to be honest. So, take that one. I'll put the full durability bow will go in here, hopefully I remember. And then let's go quick. So I'm going to want to defeat that pufferfish. Eat these 2 mangoes real quick. Even though they would have been better suited as biofuel fuel. Saves me time from having to go restock my water bottle and get some food from the grill. So we'll grab this pufferfish here. Get the explosive goo. And then we'll grab that chicken on the way back up too. Where was he? I guess a little farther. Now I'm just wondering, so if I catch all these fish, it's not going to get me up to rank 3. So there's no point in staying here and fishing like I did for those tier 1 fish. Basically, I can just fish as I'm sailing around. Did I go too far? Yeah, I did. Where was that other reef? Yeah, I can fish as I'm sailing around and gathering resources at the same time. And then when I come up to the next trading post island, I can sell all the fish that I have and buy more bait. And then when I'm on that island, I will want to stay and fish and sell the fish. And that will give me enough to get to tier 3, so then I can immediately buy some scarecrows before I leave. And then from that point forward, the process is going to be like buying all the bait and then just kind of fishing intermittently as I sail. And then whenever I find a new trading post island, I will sell all the fish that I've accumulated since then just to buy new stuff. But need one more hit here. Oh no, that's it? 3? Okay, that's good. But that'll mean I don't have to like sit there and fish for 5 minutes straight of like boring footage where there's nothing going on other than fishing, so. Oh. Alright, well we got 2 explosive goo out of that one guy, which is decent. So I can make 2 more canisters potentially and get 2 other animals. But for now, we have 1 canister. We're going to use it to get that chicken if we could find where on earth he went. There's some extra honeycomb. Might as well grab that. Now, where do we think he went? There he is. Okay, so I really don't want to miss because these canisters are precious material at this point. Since I am pretty limited on how much vine goo I have. Okay, phew. He's coming right at me, so I just grabbed him. Pick him up. Gonna name him Clucker. I think we named the first one Cluck. So we'll do Cluck, Clucker. Next one will be Clucks. And then maybe we'll do Pecker, and Pecks or something like that. Just random chicken names just to identify which one is which if needed. Oh, shark. Oof, dodged him. I always thought it would be cool. I mean, it would suck, but it would be kind of cool. God damn you, seagull. Kind of cool if when the shark bit you like that while you're carrying an animal, if you ate the animal. I mean, like, that would suck, but it would be a little more realistic, I think, so. We'll just throw him in here. Got 2 things of grass in this one, and I don't think the goat eats it if I don't milk him. So these 2 should start laying more eggs, and if I'm not mistaken, I think we're good to go, so... shark attack back there. You can see he's just been eating the hell out of the raft. That's why I really need to finish... That's why I really need to finish making this outside edge and armoring it all, because I'm just losing resources every time he destroys one and I have to replace it. But Yeah, I think we're good here. So we need more planks kind of to do really anything else at this point. And we're going to need to get out on the high seas to gather those planks. So like I said, I'm going to do the fishing on the move here. Looks like these batteries are dead, so I need new batteries. Trading coins go in there. I'll keep the bow on me so I remember that I have one. This can go back in here like so. I have a decent amount of plastic. We got the bait. That goes there. Put my explosive goo can go in here. I'll cook that later. Looks like we are out of planks to cook the rest of this metal, but hey, at least we have some more metal now. That's good. Alright. Let's, quickly learn... Yeah, there's the advanced small crop plot. So I'll learn that, and then actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think I do want to use these anyway. Even though I could plant 4 in the advanced small crop plot, it has a different shape, and I think I need this shape in order to get all the beehives in range. So that was actually not worth doing. But I'll use it for other things. I'll use it for growing beets and other stuff in the future. So, I mean, it's worth learning eventually. It just wasn't necessarily worth it right now. Whoops. I accidentally harvested that. Did not mean to. I want to plant it and water. There we go. Need to water it myself quickly. Just real quick. This is all stuff I could be and should be doing while I'm on the move and gathering items in the catch nets, but I got cooked meat and I want to eat that like so. And then we want to set off here, so somehow the story island ended up back over there. I think I'm actually going to head to this other trading post island and then like see if I can't finish up the trading in this section, and then we'll head over to the story island for the next section. So the wind's blowing, directly this way, which means the sail is not going to get us where we need to go, I don't think, and I don't want to run the engines the whole way, so maybe we want to just turn around and go with the tide. Yeah, we're going directly into the tide, and the sail isn't strong enough to do that. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spin until I'm going with the wind. And I'm just going to go in whatever direction that happens to be. And we'll see what we come upon as we do that. So straighten out a little more, I guess. Straighten out. We'll get a new stream of items spawning in there that we get in the catch nets. Now we're going with the tide, so we'll just let the tide kind of push us where it wants, and then... Oh, we are lined up with an island. Unless that's the one that we already came from. I think that should be a new trading post island, so we'll head that way. Is that another... God, these seagulls, man. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I need the Advanced Scarecrows. Just because it'll prevent the seagulls from destroying my crops. I can use regular seagulls, but those only have a certain number of uses, and then I have to make another one, which gets expensive. The advanced ones are just like a one-time permanent scarecrow, so that's why I want those. Let's shear our guys. I don't know why this guy won't get shorn. As much wool as possible for more trading cubes. Gonna need new batteries as well, and we're gonna need to do our fishing sometime before we get to the next trading post island. So let's do this, that. Load that up. Drink a little for myself. Water this last grass. Now, honey is done. We're only getting 2 instead of 3 because that darn seagull destroyed one of our flowers. I really need to finish this raft. so that I can armor it. I'm just losing so many tiles, which take so many resources to replace. You know, it really adds up. Let's see, we got 4 jars of honey, which is enough. I'll need to make more later, but for now, that's enough to refill that completely. And then throw some food in. What do we got? Actually, not a lot, so I'll need to start planting those watermelon seeds and other fruit seeds soon. But again, that's why I need the scarecrows, because they're just going to destroy so many of the crops that I plant if I don't keep a really good eye on them. So I really want to get the scarecrows first. So that's why we're going to keep heading towards this story island, or not story island, the trading post island, which hopefully we can get a couple scarecrows at. And then to that end, I need to do some fishing. So we'll do our tier 2 bait here, tier 2 bait. And let's catch a few fish as the items accumulate. And then we're just going to kind of do a rotation of like harvesting, making biofuel, cooking metal, cooking food, harvesting llamas. And I do need to make those 2 new batteries as well, and get the trash cubes coming out of the recycler as well. So we're just gonna sail along, not moving that quickly, but we are going with the tide and with the sail. And then we'll just fish, and then we'll do our little item loop whenever that's ready, and then we'll run out of bait, and hopefully have all of these fish stockpiled for when we get to the next trading post island. So that's the cycle here. Alright, we'll do one more fish here, and then we'll go empty out the catch nets, and hopefully get enough wood to fill our forges, so that while we're standing there fishing, at least there is some metal cooking. Getting a decent amount is pretty good. Oh yeah, quite good. Let's learn this deco package. We got a mug that we could make, just a cosmetic item, doesn't really do anything else, but I'm gonna have to load these up with planks to get that cooking. And then why don't I take the rest of the metal out? I saw a seagull up here, so if we don't miss, we get some more food to cook, which is good. Keep stockpiling. Those drumsticks are a pretty good source of food. Animals doing their thing, biofuel doing its thing. Quickly going to keep filling this in, getting pretty close here to filling in this one section anyway. And then we go back to fishing for a little bit until we do the next cycle. Oh, look at that. See that plastic there? The waves. Which, you know, is probably worth doing. But I kind of like the waves. I just think it's, I don't know, makes it a little more realistic or whatever, so. I'm gonna leave it on, but it is a shame if I'm gonna be missing items because of it. Yeah, see? Look at all these items that are slipping through after we spent all that time making all those catch nets, and they're not even working just because of the waves. Oh, shark attack back here. God, he's gonna get that one, isn't he? Yep. Well, I'll want to replace that one because it is very close to our engines. So let me do that. Should be a little while until we come up to that next island that we saw. Wow, ton of planks in there. Awesome. For how desperate I just was for planks a little while ago. We are getting a lot now. So awesome. Let's build out a row here. And then I want to replace that one in the back so that he doesn't get all the way over to our engines anytime soon. That looks fine. Might as well repair that one because it's a little cheaper than having to make a new one. Just gonna throw one there, throw one there. Let's check this out. I assume, yep, metal's done. Keep that cooking. Let's learn this deco package. That's cool. In the top right there, we learned how to make a pretty cool looking pirate flag. I'm assuming biofuel's done. And, oops, and it looks like there's about enough in there to make another one, so I won't refill it just yet. I'm stocking up a good amount of biofuel, but gonna really want a lot more before we start burning through it. Let's do our harvesting here before we go back to fishing, like so. And I should have brought water with me, but I did not. So let's load up our water. We're gonna need to drink some for ourselves as well. Alright, go back up here. Finish watering everything. That one and that one. Cool. Almost got enough wool to make another 8 trash cubes, so I'll need to make those new batteries soon. I think we'll do that on the next cycle. Gonna need a new fishing rod for sure, so let me just do that real quick. Bolt and rope. So I need that to make a bolt, and then there's the fishing rod for when this next one breaks. Might as well fill this up now. And we need to get some food cooking. Let's get that food cooking. Store the raw one for later. Let us go. No seagulls. Really hoping for a lot of seagulls. So I need to start stockpiling food. I'm getting a little low on my stockpiles. So let's empty out these catch nets real quick so they don't overfill. Seems they can only hold 10 items apiece. Not enough to make another row. So let's do that. One plastic short of a row, but we'll have enough after we do this. Oh my gosh, I'm underwater. That's kind of creepy. Oh boy. Might make it hard to fish too if it keeps putting me into like a swimming animation, so let's stay back here to fish. And try to burn up the rest of this bait. Alright, so there goes our fishing rod. Good thing we made another. Let's get the metal cooking. Keep that going. Gonna need to eat, so let's take those drumsticks. Save the one additional metal in there for now. Get rid of some of this stuff to clear up some inventory space. I'm gonna save that plastic in there because I'll need some for crafting eventually, and I don't want to not have any available. Let's empty out this stuff. Let's get our other fishing rod ready to go. Actually, let me learn this other deco package. At some point, I'm going to learn every decoration recipe, and at that point, I think you stop getting them. But in the meantime, learn these interesting little cosmetic recipes for if we ever want to decorate our raft later. Grass has to grow for them to eat. I need the 2 batteries as well, so I should get ready for that. God. cannot wait until I have the whole raft built and armored, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. But let's see. Okay, so we're coming up quite close to that trading post island now. I'm actually going to change direction. Just actually, no, that stays straight and I turn the raft. Duh. Like going back to old school methods, but we're much more advanced than that now. So yeah, we're coming right up to this island. And we want to do our trading there. And we should be able to get an advanced scarecrow while we're here, if I am thinking about this correctly. So let's finish using this last few bits of bait here. Let me eat real quick as well after this next cast. Drink as well. Alright, so we got 4 more baits. We're missing some items because we changed direction, but okay, and there's the island. That looks like a pretty big island. I see the trading post up there. So quickly burn through these baits as we approach, and then I'll find a nice spot to land. What kind of island even is this? Is it tropical or... Oh, it looks like it's another caravan-style island, whatever you call that biome. So it could have bees, could potentially have more pufferfish as well, which would be awesome. It could have animals on it, so this could be a pretty awesome island. And there we go, there's all our bait used up. So let's empty these out real quick so we can just stockpile what we have for any crafting we may need to do while we're here. Look at all this stuff. This is awesome. That is well worth the investment, I would say. And I'm going to want to land, I think, like right there. Looks like a little beach. I don't want to... I don't really want to burn through all my plastic, but let's just throw another row down there. Okay, and then quickly, let's get up here. I'm gonna miss all these items now, which is a shame, especially considering I see a crate right there, but let's get a little closer to the actual island. Going very slowly, but hopefully with this approach we get close enough to land on that beach. I just don't want to get stuck and have to like use my engines to reverse out. So I want to save the fuel on them. Looks like these guys are ready. Do a quick shear. Snip, 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 snip. Alright, and then I'm going to need to make those batteries real quick too. Hopefully I can do that as we approach. I'm burning through these batteries, so I really need the recharger, battery recharger thing. But let's do a little more of a rotation over. I'm probably going to end up getting stuck and have to finagle my way out of here, but if I can just get close enough to swim, then that's going to be fine by me. Load these up like so. Store the old batteries for later. I don't know where that came from, but I don't need that. Boom. Need wool. Load these up all the way. Again, might be over capping a little bit since there was already some stuff in there, but that's okay. Store whatever I need to store. Did I water everything? No. Need more water. We're kind of... What the hell just happened? Uh-oh. We overshot the island somehow. So, I'm gonna have to turn my engines on and just go a little crazy here, but... Turn on the 4 engines. I'm gonna need to literally spin all the way around and come back to that beach. I don't know what happened. I think I just didn't line myself up quite right. So, here we go. Is there another beach on the backside? No, so I'm gonna need to literally go back around. So like a 180-degree turn here. And hopefully we don't clip into it. Oh my god, look how fast we're moving with those engines going, though, compared to just the sail. Keep going this way a little bit. Quickly water this. And these. Give me that egg, please, sir. Quickly. Thank you. Water that. And then once we're back around, I think we're actually good here, right? Yeah, that's fine. Stop. Oh god, stop. Alright. Whoops. Let's turn off the engines. And then we could just swim over there. That's fine. That's close enough, I think. Now, let's get set up to do this. So, biofuel is done. Going to load up more of everything so that while I am exploring this island, I have stuff cooking on the raft. Once again, I have too many palm leaves. Let's turn these into rope. That's fine. Stash the rope. Where's my scrap chest? There. Potato goes in there. Need to top up my hunger before I go. Save the rest for later. I guess I could cook this stuff too. 1, 2, 3. Take the egg for biofuel. I need the honey for the biofuel. Fill up our water. Like so. Get our bottle full. Not as full as we can. Load that up. There we go. And then what are we doing up here? We're grabbing... Okay, we don't actually have any honey, I don't think. So I'll come down here. We'll go in with the glass chest to make honey. That's enough. So we do honey in. 1, 2, and 3, 4. We'll grab our eggs. It should be about 7 eggs, I believe, to fill up each one of those to get a biofuel. So we have enough eggs to get 2 more biofuel. So we'll do that and let the biofuel cook while we're away. And then let's grab all of our trading post stuff. So stash that. Grab our new cubes. We'll have a few more cubes when we get back. Grab our trading coins. We have our fish to trade in. All 20 of them. And let's go for a little swim here. Wow, it's dark. Hope the shark isn't right on my tail. This might take a while to explore. This seems like a big island. I was literally just going to say I probably should have also brought my net canister, my net launcher and a canister to get any animal that I find. That one's a goat. I'm actually not going to get the goat. Eventually I'll want more goats, but they're the lowest priority right now. Right now it's chickens, 4 eggs, and llamas, 4 wool for trash cubes. Oh, I forgot my sweep net, and there are bees, so I'll have to get that on the way back. Why don't I just do the trading real quick and kind of grab any trees and that kind of stuff, and then I can dump all that stuff back at the raft when I go to grab the sweep net. Clear up some inventory space when I go to do that. The bees will attack me, I guess. I think it's if I steal their honey. Otherwise, I don't know that they do. But, oh, huh. You know what? Wow, what a shame. So I think in order to get up there, I need to use the zip line, which I don't have yet. I get that at the next story island, but I've been putting off doing that because I wanted to do the trading first, but apparently the game wants me to not do it in that order. I'm going to deco pack there for an open book. I'm going to see if there's any way to just like wall climb up, but I think that there might not be. Yeah, I'm supposed to use a zipline thing. Yeah, the zipline tool to get up there, but I don't have one. And I don't think I can't even get over there. If I jump, I'll take fall damage, so alright, well, that is actually a bit of a bummer. I was really excited to get the scarecrows here, but it looks like we're not going to be able to. Unless there's like some secret way that I can like hop up. Nah, it doesn't look like it at all. So quickly gonna go back to the raft and just grab the sweep net, get the bees. That's at least a worthwhile thing. And then I'll check for a reef too. That last one had a pretty good reef. If I can get some more explosive powder, that would be awesome. Some explosive goo from the pufferfish. Let's do our harvesting while we're here. As we go to grab our sweep nets, grab our new trash cubes that we can't even use here. There's our sweep net there. Whoops, don't want to lose it. And then let's just dump some stuff from our inventory so that when we go explore this reef, that should be in a different chest. That should be in here. That should go right there. Get rid of that. Bolt goes in there. Okay, so we'll grab the bees and we'll look for a reef, and then we'll see. You know, I don't want this section to get much longer, to be honest, but we'll see if we can maybe quickly find another trading post island and just get it up to tier 3. And then we'll do the story island after, so that if we encounter another island like this, we won't be unable to get to the actual trading post. So here's the bees. Come here, bees. Not going to be enough to make another beehive, but it will get us closer. Come here. What on earth? Come on down. They're just teasing me. There we go. Got them. And they hit me somehow, but... Alright, yeah, so there's really no way up there without the zip line. What a shame. Man, I was so excited to finish off the trading, but... Oh well, let's take a dip. Oh yeah, big reef right here. So, looking for, again, scrap, for sure. I will need a little bit more clay, again, to be able to make the beehives, and then sand for glass, for honey, for biofuel. Always looking for that. This is a pretty deep reef, too. Man, having flippers and an oxygen bottle would certainly help. It's going to be hard to go down this deep and get anything and get back up safely as it stands, but we'll do our best. I do see another pufferfish here, which I was kind of expecting. This type of biome tends to have a lot of pufferfish, so can make more canisters to get more llamas and everything else. Let's get our stuff back. I'm going to take a kind of a risky peek in here to see if there's a crate. There's not. So let's go up for oxygen, and then I see copper down there. I see a lot of scrap down there, but oof, yeah, it's going to be hard to go down that deep and then get up safely, so probably not even going to risk it. Just going to look for stuff closer to the surface, like over there or over here, maybe. Looks like the reef ends right there. Could be some sneaky hidden metal on this side. Not looking like it, though, so... there could be another reef on that side as well, so I will check that out, but... unless there's metal down there, I'm not even going to really risk diving down that deep. I will grab the scrap that's right here, though. Probably going to have to go back up for air already. I think that's metal there. Could be copper, but it looks more like metal to me, so I'll go down for that and see if I could grab a few scrap as well. So down we go quickly. Again, flippers would really help here, and there's an oxygen bottle that I can make. I think I have plenty of resources to make that kind of stuff, but just don't feel like spending too much time here, so I don't want to go back and craft them and then have to come all the way back. Oh no, I'm going to drown to death because I'm going to get greedy because I see more metal. Ah, shoot. I'll come back on another trip for it. Let's go up for air. Whoops. Let's not get greedy. Oh boy. Wow, we're drowning fast. Oh lord. Whew, okay, let's get that oxygen bar totally full and go down. Grab the 3 metal. I only got 1 explosive goo from that guy too, so not the best, but hey, it's basically equates to another animal, as long as I don't miss with the canister. 3 metal, definitely good. Scrap is good. Grab a little bit of seaweed because I need to cook that to make vine goo to make the flippers and the oxygen bottle and stuff. So if I come up to another place like this in the future, it would be good to have some handy. Oh god, we're drowning again. Okay, I made it out. Let me go around this far side and see if there's not another little section of reef over there. I didn't see any over on this side, and I also don't want to lure the shark over, so we'll go around the long way. Just swimming along, looking for reefs. I'm thinking this empties out. This is going to be a dead end, right? No, okay, good. No reef over here. Yeah, it looks totally barren on this side, so I think that's pretty much all we got here. Oh, another little, that's technically a reef here. So there could be metal along the walls. Doesn't look like there is. Again, this one looks really deep too, so it's like they want you to have the flippers and the oxygen bottle to be able to even get stuff here. Let's see. Just looking for metal that'll make it worth the dive. That's all copper. That's all copper. A lot of copper here, but no metal that I'm seeing, unfortunately. Some scrap, which I need, but that I can get a lot easier in other places. So, alright, I guess that's all there really is here then. We got some metal out of it. We got the explosive goo, which is cool. Could not trade, however, so gonna have to find another trading post island to be able to trade. So let's head back to the raft. Let's hop up here. And let's get a little organized. Shark's attacking. God, he just is like eating this whole entire back of the raft. That is so annoying. 5% health on that one. Well, I'm just going to leave it. If he attacks that one again, it's like a free attack, basically, because that one was about to break anyway. Alright, well, let me quickly just do a loop of all my harvesting and such. Do a loop there, go boom, we go boom. We need our shears. I can put the sweep net back. Put the bee jars in there as well. Boom, boom. Hello. Come on, get out of the way. There we go, we got our wool. Throw our wool in there. These, looks like the batteries still have a little bit of juice left, but the resources to make the trading cubes have run out. We'll put the shears away. Put our... Oh yeah, I put the bow in there, so I don't even have room for the fishing rod. I'll need a new, like, tool chest at some point. Get that metal cooking, put the cooked metal in there, and just empty everything else out like so. I don't even know what to do with these palm leaves at this point. I have so many of them. But, alright, well, bit of a disappointment. I was really excited there, but is what it is. Grab the honeycomb is ready, and I'm assuming biofuel ready as well. So, again, we're stockpiling a pretty good amount of biofuel, but we'll need more before I really feel comfortable turning those engines on all the time. And then, I guess we can, let's see which way the wind's blowing. So the wind's blowing this way, which is like this way. So there is another island there. That's not the one that I came from, is it? I hope not, because if it is, I'm going to feel real dumb for going back there. But I'm going to go ahead and get the raft oriented that way. So let's weigh anchor, and all I got to do is spin. I believe I came from this way, because remember I came up and I was going past the island and then I had to turn back around, so I think we're good to point this way roughly like that. Now let's take a peek at here. Yep, so now we're lined up with the next one. That should be another trading post island. And hopefully that one, I can actually access the trading post, get to rank 3, reputation, and get my scarecrows so that I can keep doing the rest of the biofuel setup that I want to do. I'll eat some food here, drink some water, fill these back up, clear out our inventory. Like so. Alright, and then I think what I'll do is leave it here for now, and then I'll pick it up here next time. I was hoping to get the rank 3 trading post and get to the next story island, so that in the next section I could actually do the story island and not have like back-to-back sections of just kind of like, you know, what I think people may find to be a little more boring, just kind of raft maintenance stuff. But, you know, it's all stuff that has to be done eventually anyway. I do find it very fun and exciting to see the raft come along as it gets expanded, as we get these like harvesting systems and refining systems more and more efficient. So I'll pick it up next time here. We'll do a couple more trading post islands and hopefully get our scarecrows and get some more of these systems a little more efficient. And then we can head to the next story island and do that after. But that's going to be all for now. So again, we'll pick it up here next time. Hope to see you there. And I hope you enjoyed this section of building out the raft and doing some trading and some exploring. We saw some fun stuff along the way. So yeah, that's all for now. Hope you have a good one. Peace.